Attribute number 10, the generous vendor, part 2. Meditation number 37. His generosity enables yours. Isaiah 55, 1 and 2. Come, all you who are weary, come to the waters. And you who have no money, come, buy and eat. Come buy wine and milk without money and without cost. Why spend money on what is not bread, and your labor on what does not satisfy? Listen to me, and eat what is good, and your soul will delight in the richest of fare. Depression, boredom, sadness, discontent, restlessness, loneliness, fear, and inner pain are all expressions of the thirst of the soul. They're the dry mouth and parched throat of the inner man. God calls the sinner to forsake his efforts to satisfy those thirsts with anything other than God himself. He is the water that refreshes, satisfies, and gives life to the thirsty soul, the rich food that sustains life and gives strength, the wine of festivity and celebration, pleasure and joy, and the milk that nourishes and strengthens the heart. And all of it is offered to us for free. God requires only one thing from us, our thirst. What is wonderful about this attribute? The fact that it is all free means we can pour our resources into other things besides self-fulfillment. It's easy and enjoyable for the child of a rich king to be as generous as he wants to be, because he never has to worry about running out of resources. A child of a wealthy and kind father, when he gets an allowance or earns some money at a lemonade stand, does not have to go out and get groceries to survive. Nor does he have to go to the city utility and purchase water so he can live. He can get all he needs and more at home for free, so he can use his money for something special rather than for necessities. Our money, time, labor, effort, and abilities, the things man is normally inclined to use to purchase spiritual necessities, we are free to give away generously to others because we have all we need at home. What effect would it have on your heart if you were to consciously experience God's generosity today? Experiencing this attribute. No matter how rich and generous your father is, if you spend your lemonade stand money to purchase utilities and groceries under the illusion that you are the one who must provide for your own needs, as long as you're doing that, you will never be able to enjoy the richness and generosity of your Father. Dear Father, give me the faith I need to trust in your promises to generously and lavishly supply my needs, so I can be free to use my resources to give generously and freely to others. When I'm tempted to be stingy with my time or energy or money, remind me that hoarding what I have will cause me to miss out on the joys of being the child of a rich, generous king. Forgive me, dear Lord, for living like the child of a poor man. Teach me how to see generosity to others as a means of accessing the joy of being the child of a rich king. You are the desert vendor, the only oasis in the infinite desert of the creation, standing in the center, calling me. You do not let me wander and die. You let me know where the oasis is, and you are generous. The banquet is lavish. If you charged even a penny for them, I would be hopeless, as I am penniless as I wander in this desert. Think Does your level of generosity show the kindness and generosity of your Father? Do you see giving as a loss or as a means of taking advantage of the joys of being the child of a rich, generous king? Promises to trust today. Psalm 37, 25 and 26. I was young, and now I am old, yet I have never seen the righteous forsaken, or their children begging bread. They are always generous and lend freely. Their children will be blessed. First Timothy 6:17. Command those who are rich in this present world not to be arrogant or to put their hope in wealth, which is so uncertain, but to put their hope in God, who richly provides us with everything for our enjoyment. Matthew 6:25 to 33. Therefore I tell you, do not worry about your life, what you will eat or drink, or about your body, what you will wear. Is not life more important than food, and the body more important than clothes? Look at the birds of the air. They do not sow or reap or store away in barns, and yet your heavenly Father feeds them. Are you not much more valuable than they? Who of you, by worrying, can add a single hour to his life? And why do you worry about clothes? See how the lilies of the field grow? They do not labor or spin. Yet I tell you that not even Solomon in all his splendor was dressed like one of these. If that is how God clothes the grass of the field, which is here today and tomorrow is thrown into the fire, will he not much more clothe you, O you of little faith? So do not worry, saying, what shall we eat, or what shall we drink, or what shall we wear? For the pagans run after all these things, and your heavenly Father knows that you need them. But seek first his kingdom and his righteousness, and all these things will be given to you as well.